What's up, people? This is Chimney. We are back with another video this week. If this is your first time here, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Just go ahead and hit the like if you feel like doing that. Okay, so we're gonna get into this Porsha Guobadia and Simon Guobadia situation. Um, Listen, I feel bad for our brother. And honestly, the reason why I'm covering this is because, this is the African brother at the end of the day, okay? And I don't think people still believe that we still live in the past where most of Nigerians or a certain group of people are mostly classified as the fraudsters. So I'm just covering this because I feel like people are still dwelling on the past, and this is not what we are doing. If you know this gentleman, his name is Simon Guobadia, and he's actually one of the richest. Well, he's among the richest Africans that actually lives here in the United States. He's rich. He got businesses, and he employs a lot of African Americans. Americans. He has properties. He has a ton and ton of wealth. Okay, but where does it really come from? This is where we're gonna get into it. Okay, so he is married to Porsha Guobadia, Porsha Williams from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't think it was about the money, to be honest. I feel like it was a genuine love. But as we see now, Porsha is coming back for season 10. I don't know which season is it. She's coming back for the new season of the Real House of Atlanta. And we are all wondering if this is a storyline or if this is something orchestrated for the storyline. I don't think this is fake. I felt like someone brought this up. Somebody, because I don't even understand why would people. Let me tell you, people that really don't know. So in the United States, you can dig up some information, the court documents. You can pay for it. You can get whatever you want. If I'm in court right now, my documents are unsealed. You are somewhere, I don't know, in the UK, or you are somewhere, I don't know, outside United States, or you are in my California. If you want to see what I did, you can actually go in our county website and you can get the information word by word of what I did. Okay, you can pay money to do that. Some of the documents are actually free. So I don't know what were people looking for when they ended up finding about Simon's legal battles. So, like, did somebody just woke up in the morning and decided, okay, let me Google Simon Guobadia, and then boom, it pops up. His case with USCIS got denied. Okay, so here is what happened. This gentleman came here back in 1962, okay? When I don't know how old Simon was in 1962, but apparently he was still a minor. Okay, he came here on a visitor's visa. I don't know back in 1962 how difficult it was for someone to get a green card or citizenship. As far as I know, during those times, things were really easy because that was prior 9/11, and everything just kind of changed after 9/11, and it was really hard for people to get the paperwork to get approved to come to United States, and I'm trying to figure out where did he go wrong. This is back in 1962. People were actually getting invited to come here and work in agriculture, and they were getting free citizenship, free green card. They were automatically entered into a green card program. Diversity lottery was there. It's been there for ages. But what happened with Simon? So Simon came here in 1962, right? And then he overstayed his B visa, the tourist visa that he was on back in 1962 when he came over here. All right. No, actually, it wasn't 1962. It was 1982. I'm sorry. It was 1982. He overstayed the visa, and you already know what happens when you overstay. You overstayed for more than 3 months. I think you get barred for 10 years. No, for 5 years. They ban you out of the United States for 10 years, for 5 years. Anything more than a year is automatically 10 years and up. But I don't know what were the rules around that time. He arrived here when he was a child on visitor's visa. However, um, 1991, he was deported, right? He was physically removed. 9 years later, he was removed. Okay, I had to do that. 9 years later, after entering in 1982, okay, he was removed physically out of United States. Okay, so he had already stayed 9 years in United States, and he was removed. Why was he removed? He was removed because he had committed some fraud, the credit card fraud, and a long list of frauds, a long list of charges that he had prior to him being deported. Okay, so this happened back within that period of time, 1982 up to 1981. This is the time when he was doing these things. And honestly, I don't think he was doing these things on his own. There should have been some people that were actually involved. Of course, he's not gonna write on anybody. It's a list of people that work together to, scam people. He was not doing this on his own. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was, after overstaying, he got physically removed and deported. The following year, remember that this is 1991. He got deported 1991. No, actually, sorry, he was deported the following year. After all this deportation thing, your brother decided that this is not the end of the battle. Okay, this is not the end of the battle. I am coming back to United States. He already got a taste of living in the United States. And let me tell you something. At this point, let's just get into this. We're gonna go back there. So he came back after getting deported. He re-entered United States, but now when he re-entered United States, he re-entered with the CAW. I think it's called CAW or something like that. It's an agricultural visa. Okay, agricultural visa where they grant them people from Africa to come here and work in the industry in the agricultural field, and around that time you would automatically get qualified for a green card after a couple of months, maybe after a year or two, I don't know. But that's what happened. After getting this agriculture visa, he automatically was qualified to get a green card. And that's exactly what he did. But let's get into how he got the agriculture visa. So, Simon, I don't know how he did this, and I don't know how he got to bypass all the fingerprints and everything, because the embassies, they take fingerprints, they take everything. I don't know what was the disconnect when they were doing the application, but for some reason he used an alias name to apply for a green card. Sorry, not to apply for a green card, to apply for the new visa. He came in the United States as a fresh person with a whole different name. Basically, not Simon Guobadia. He came back as someone else that we didn't even know. He was given this visa and he got a green card. So what happens with the green card? So I don't know all this time what Simon has been doing, because you have to renew the green card every 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, they give you 10 years. So I don't know what kind of green card he got, but it looks like every time he applied for a green card, he renewed for so many years, because this is back in the 90s when he was doing this, when he was going back and forth with the laws. So he's been renewing the green card this whole time, right? So this is where I don't understand, right? He falsified the information. He gave them wrong information. He pretty much came here as a whole new person, ripped him out of plastic, acting brand new. That's pretty much what he did, okay? Our Nigerian brother. So he comes here, allegedly, he comes here as a new person, a whole new person. It's a very rich storyline for the Real Housewives that's coming up, okay? That Porsha is going to be back in. So I don't know. I just hope they don't play this. They don't do this as part of the storyline. I don't even want Simon to be part of the Real Housewives, to be honest with you, because I don't know. I don't know if he likes cloud or what, because even on the past 3 seasons, before Porsha left, he was already in there with that girl. And I just didn't like, even though he was appearing 1 or 2 episodes, but I just didn't like, I don't feel like this is, his kind of line. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a very influential businessman, and I don't think he should be nowhere near these ladies. I mean, he is good with Porsha. He's good, but whatever he does, he's good. You know what I'm saying? But well, he came back, and while he was here now, he applied for citizenship. And when you apply for citizenship, that is when you gotta be clean. They check the whole background there, how. That's why citizenship kind of takes a little bit longer, because they gotta go. Like, I know myself, when I was being sworn as a United States citizen, they had a file for me. The documents this big that I don't even know where these people got these papers from. But they go in details. Trust me, it's no way they're not gonna find out all the dirt, everything that you done did in the past. It's gonna come right out in light. That's what they do when you apply for citizenship, and that's exactly what they discovered on his initial application to for U.S. citizen. That's when they discovered this, and they denied his citizenship. Okay, then he remained on a green card. That doesn't mean that you know you can't. You are. I don't know, but they were supposed to initiate the deportation right in there when they discovered the fraud. But it looks like it did not go. So right after they denied his citizenship, he decided to file the complaint with the court to dismiss. I don't know if this is what he knew, what was the reason was, because sometimes they don't even tell you. They just say, based on this and this and this, your application was denied under the section da 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 da. I don't know if he knew, but he decided to go to court. Of course, he lawyered up. He can't just do this without having the lawyers involved. So he went in there. He filed the paperwork, and he complained to the court against the USCIS. Pretty much, they went on a hearing last week, I believe, and then they still denied it. So he was still denied based on the history of his fraud charges and stuff like that. And I don't know. You can still become a US citizen even if you committed, like, let's say, the misdemeanors, or traffic ticket, and stuff like that, because those things are things that can happen to anybody. As long as you paid it, you're not owing anything to the government. You don't lie, you don't say anything, you pay your tickets and stuff like that, they will still give you a citizenship. But things like DUI, you might still get it, but it's a little bit hard. You have to go through a lot of stuff. But with frauds, like fraudulent activities, credit cards, that's federal cases. Those are federal cases, and with the federal, they don't play. They do not play once your case is on the federal level. They don't play. You cannot win against them. That's one thing for sure. They denied him. So what's next for Porsha and Simon? Maybe they will move to. I mean, because they live between Atlanta and Costa Rica right now. So I don't know, and he must be careful next time. If he goes out of the country to Costa Rica, he might not be able to come back. Trust me, if he goes out, I guess maybe that's one of the reasons why he bought the property in Costa Rica, because I don't know, maybe that's probably why he was like, you know what, I can go to Costa Rica and I can get citizenship in Costa Rica like that, because I don't know what he does really in Costa Rica. I think he's has some sort of like a business or something there, but he's contributing to the local economy there. So it's really, things are looking bad. Things are looking bad for him. Things are really looking bad. So what's gonna happen? Are they gonna play off this in the next season? They might not. But let me tell you something. You cannot tell me not, like, everybody has gone through some kind of fraud or something. Trust me, when you file those taxes and lie, it's a federal crime. When you put somebody that does not belong to you on the tax paperwork, it's a federal lie. When you put your aunt saying that your aunt takes care of the kids or you can't work, you have them file the taxes for you and stuff like, it's a crime. You can go to jail for that. You can, and look what happened to that girl from the housewives of the basketball LA, British Williams, exactly the same thing. You know, the social security type of situation, her crimes, even though they were repetition, she was doing these things without even realizing that she's committing crime. But she's of the certain caliber, they will set example out of her. They will set example. I mean, they did set example out of her. I swear to God, y'all need to really be careful with these things because, you know, it's like when when you get successful, people will go and dig your past and see what you done did to expose you. That's why a lot of people, they just rather stay silent. I'm not gonna go and campaign to become somebody else or to become a governor. I'm not gonna go campaign to become a representative because, you know, when they go in and try to look for stuff, they will dig in all this information and they will put it right in front here. And then you're gonna be exposed. That's exactly what they're doing. I feel like in this case there was a whistleblower. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like there was a whistleblower in this case, and things turn out really bad for Simon. All right, I don't know what's next for him, but he's unbothered because he's posting like none of this is happening. He's posting right now on Instagram like none of this is happening. So I just wanted to come in here and talk about our brother from another mother. Uh, I mean, I just hope, you know, something better comes out of this. You know, um, maybe, maybe not. Some people did the paperwork on his behalf. They faked all these things. He was innocent. He was not even aware that paperwork was being, you know, finessed without his knowledge. People were filing paperwork for him. I mean, I don't know. So much could have happened. But if he feels like he's innocent, he has every right to file for motion to dismiss the case or to appeal this decision by the court. But we'll just have to wait and see when out with Aladra. Hit subscribe, hit like, hit the share. I will see you guys with another video next time. Peace out.